June 1904 in the Kampong Likat in Aarhus. A few hours before, Likat had been attacked and conquered by the marechaussee troops of the Dutch colonial army, the KNIL. That was under the command of then Lieutenant Van Dalen. A year earlier, Van Dalen had been recommended by Christian Soep-Bourgogne, at that time the very influential special advisor to the colonial government. He was recommended as the perfect officer, and I quote, the perfect officer to carry out the heavy-handed task of suppressing rebellious indigenous populations, unquote. This photograph of a dead man locked with his ankle, with his leg, in a piece of wood can be seen as a trace of the practice in the field of this so-called heavy-handed task. Next to this image, there is a written account of the situation we look at that reveals an essential element of the colonial ideology and practice on the front line of the project of what they called pacification. In his military report of the actions in Alas in 1904, Captain Kempe's accounts, and I quote, in the southwest part of Likat, an old man was found with his leg enclosed in a block. To our inquiry why this was the case, we were said that it was difficult, that it was a difficult madman, een krankzinnige, that was made harmless in this way. Kempe's concludes his description with this remark. For this poor man, it was a benefication that one of our bullets had ended his suffering. With this subjective explanation in mind, the well-considered message of this photograph seems to be resonating a solid belief in the white man's burden. The colonial army is acting dutiful in this barbaric, inhuman area. In the end, the violence committed by Van Dalen and his soldier is beneficial. With an image like this, Van Dalen, as the commander of the military expedition, shamelessly claimed his part in the grand colonial enterprise. A year after the expedition, a book in commission of Van Dalen was published, written by his aide-de-camp, Captain Kempe's. The objective of the book was to excite general interest in the, and I quote, the achievement of our troops in Aceh's interiors, Aceh's binnenlanden. The preface of the book also stated that an excellent collection of photographs made it possible to illuminate, in Dutch it says toelichten, and decorate, in Dutch it says versieren, this work. Captain Hendrik Neep took part in the expedition as a medical officer, an officier van gezondheid. He was also officially responsible for taking photographs. At his disposal, he had a photographic equipment with a take-out mobile darkroom. Captain Neep's photographic exploration during the expedition resulted in a series of more than 100 photographs, of which 29 were actually published in the book by Kempe. The complete collection can be seen as a pattern card of colonial and military preoccupations at the turn of the century.